Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Returner decides to fair catch this. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense trots out there to open this game. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and his whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today. With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Can he make it to the marker? Powering right past the defender. That's good for a first down near the 40.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these 3rd downs, and it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
Tackle up near midfield on the 48.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Breaking ankles with the spin move. They'll bring him down with the spin cycle put on that defender. My goodness.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback. Proud of.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And the single back takes the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Back to throw. It's Beck. He'll try a pass here. Receiver makes the catch. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain of the pitch and catch.
Now that's what I call coming through to your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
And they're trying to punch it in here. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia. Just getting settled in for this conference championship game. This offense already has put points on the board, Kurt.
Man, they are not wasting any time at all in settling into this football game. They got straight to the reads. Quarterback did a nice job of just kind of executing the game plan, and they're up 7 here early.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So Alabama's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
The pickup is 7 yards, now 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Pulls it in. It's long. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Offense are going to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Lets it go quickly. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Oh, what a move.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. Yeah, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to that.
They call the draw play here. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Bringing pressure. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's 4th down and long.
And they'll kick it away here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive. He started at the 28. Here comes a handoff. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Running back has it on a screen now. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Short pass finds the tight end. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41. And the Bulldogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to the right side. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense comes to the line for third down off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You'd wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
The Dogs will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Important third down play coming up. And they pick up the first on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Punting ready to boot it away. Looking to flip the field here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Here comes the bunch formation. He'll hand it off. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks on the ball, and it's a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held it just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Give it to the back again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Nice find there by the quarterback on 3rd down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on 3rd down. Being a good 3rd down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Oh, here comes the reverse. Breaks loose at the 40. Physical running, fights off the defender. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. In the red area, it's ETN. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Ball sits at the 2-yard line for 3rd and goal. To the air, it's back. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dogs. So what happened there? The defense just lost track of the tight end down the goal line.
I don't know. I don't know if they were just so focused on defending the goal line they just completely forgot about the tight end. That'll be probably the easiest touchdown throw and catch of the game we see all day.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And the pass is complete to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. 1st down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Looking to throw. It's Milrow. Receiver makes the grab. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. He's going to take off here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Grab down the middle. It's Law. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Over the middle, it's Haynes.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. 6th play of the drive coming up. Important 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's a short completion to the tight end. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. You'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. They stop him right at the 24.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, for many, this is the best conference in all of football, and the first half of this SEC championship was filled with excitement and incredible pageantry. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
The Bulldogs will kick it deep to begin the second half. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Kickoff booted out of bounds. The offense will start now from the 40. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Haynes. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Second down play coming up for this offense.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back. It's Milroe. It's caught downfield. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Ball's incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Running with purpose. That run moves the ball to the 16.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Can he get there on the ground? That'll pick up the first down. He's brought down to the 21.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Try and muscle for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Yeah, that is a gutsy call to go for it on fourth down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Caught over the middle. It's Humphreys. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Going to try to use his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. Defense cannot get this offense to fourth down. Offense continues the long drive. Dropping back. It's back. Trying to extend the play. He's going to pull it down and run. Brought down to the 22 to first down. Very near the red zone now.
This could be a turning point in this football game. Defense does a good job. It's third down. They got to get after this quarterback. Instead, he pulls it down and picks up big yards for a first down. Kind of feel the momentum flipping here.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Georgia now operating in the red zone. They look to throw it here on second down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size, and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. And they get him down after the completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And a quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Second down play coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. And they got to be feeling pretty good about things as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's review how we got here. And now, entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Dropping back, it's Milrow. Fires it to the wideout. He's got a receiver wide open here. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
This is why you don't predetermine what to do with the ball as a quarterback. He wants to throw this as he rolls out to his right, but instead he keeps his eyes downfield, recognizes there's nobody open, so instead he decides to become the runner, and he's a real threat when he has the ball in his hands.
Aiming for the end zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This is just a great job by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, seeing a weakness from the defense, taking advantage of lack of numbers, using the design QB run, and putting 6 on the board.
And the PAT is good. Now they get set to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up 1st downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Good enough for the 1st down to the 37.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Looking downfield. It's back. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the 1st down attempt here across the middle.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Can he make it to the marker? And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
Oh, just a backbreaker for this defense. That's 2 separate times. On this drive alone, they've had a chance to maybe get off the field. They'd had these 3rd downs, only to give up 1st downs. Now, as a defensive coordinator, man, you got to dial up any kind of pressure at all to shoot a gap and try to bust that ball away from these backs.
Breaks loose at the 40. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Looks to the left, pass caught. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave them back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
This try is no good. Lead remains at 14 after the miss. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And he's tackled after the catch. 3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. 3rd and short now for the offense for the plus 25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert, keep the drive going? Caught near the sticks. It's Law. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And that's incomplete, even on a 4th down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure. So 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to throw again. It's a quick grab. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play, and the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line. Can they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal? Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Alabama. Strong game by this quarterback. So a huge score, but now with the conference championship on the line, Kirk, they got to get the ball back and score again.
This may decide the result of the conference championship right here. All of the focus is going to be on the special teams units. Who's going to get this onside kick?
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Takes the handoff again. That's the spin move. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. That run sets up a critical third down play. Back to pass. It's Beck. Just trucks the man. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.